Hey, what's up, Brightest? How you doing, man? Thanks for dropping by. It's been a while. You're up and early, I see. All going well, I hope. Just trying to get some. I've decided to start working on this series. I don't know where it's going. I don't know what the story is. I'm just like these two figures who are these two astronauts in space. And they've walked into a can of, opened up a can of worms. What time is it there? Jeez. You're nonstop, man. I tell you that. I wish I had your energy. Yeah, so I've decided I'm going to work on this. These two astronauts, and they're going to get into like a whole bunch of unfortunate situations that they have to kind of battle through. Uh, I don't know why I started drawing these images. It was just kind of like one image popped up in my head, and then I just kind of. Oh, dude, I hear you there, man. I feel bad because I haven't been. I mean, I've been doing all kinds of fine art work lately, and uh, I've really needed to like get to work on this. Oh, hey, what's up, Janet? Nice to see you here. Thank you. Yeah, I've been needed to get back into the swing of this project because I am going to be doing an exhibition of this work at the end of January. So I've just been kind of like uh, putting all my work together that's in this kind of genre, and I went and got me some frames, some affordable frames, and yeah, I got a bunch of them here actually. Uh, where am I at here? Yeah, I just got them off of Amazon. So yeah, like these frames, they're just like for about $10 frames, and I'm just framing all of these ones that I've been doing for the past year. Nice little backs to them, easy to hang up. So yeah, uh, just working on those now, and I've been going on some trips and doing some fine art work because I've got another exhibition, a group exhibition I'm a part of. Um, there's four artists, and we've all got different styles, but it's more of a fine art exhibition. Our work's going to be for sale, and so it's a bunch of small. They wanted me to do a bunch of small work for it, so I decided to go gung ho and just hey Ninja. Hey, what's up, Sherry? Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I saw you over there at Comics channel. I like that Ginger Ross. Maybe that's like one of my playlists should be like Ginger Ross time. No, but yeah, so I've just been like going out and doing some work outside, the Bob Ross style. Just got my easel and stuff out there. And hey, what's up, hey, Tom? I need to make some time and get together with you, man. Let's shoot for next week. How about that? I'll mail you. I'm being lazy. Sorry. Um, what was I saying? Yes, I've just been taking uh, some going out for some drives and just trying to like clear the mind and everything. Work on some nature work, landscapes, still lifes, and stuff like that. So I went out and it was a bit cold, but fought the elements and yeah, worked on this one the other day. I put a nice good old varnish on it, but this is it's out in the middle of the mountains, just getting lost out there. Good old times. And then another one too, just some random rice field. I don't spend too long with these pictures, and um, this one I spent about 30 minutes outside, and then the rest of it I spent a couple more hours working on it, just from memory and just ad libbing it, creating my own world as I was going. Thank you, Janet. Though I really enjoy working on these as well. I actually had a meeting with an art counselor the other day. Um, just trying to, find out what I need to do with my work, how to promote it more, how to make art my business. Um, and he really enjoyed the comic work I was doing, and his advice was like, "Hey, you need to push Instagram and YouTube, and as in his words, go the whole influencer way." Influencer. I don't know if I'm much of an influencer or not, but um, yeah. So from next year, uh, along with the work I'm doing with Tom on the comic book side, um I'm really hoping to knock back my English classes. Hey, what's up, Punk Waddle? Thanks for dropping a like, man. I appreciate it. All support is appreciated. Um, yeah, um, I think what I'm doing is taking the dive into the deep end of the pool, uh, cutting back on all my English classes, and yeah, gonna try to make this my bread and butter. So, oh, here we go. Got to start sometime. Guess 43 is a good time to start. better, better to have started than to have never tried at all, huh? Thanks, Pacuado. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, this one, I just whenever I'm working with an image, I just kind of close my eyes, and the first image that comes to mind, I kind of just like, okay, let's try to put that out there. And so this series I'm working on now is of these two figure, a man and woman, who are like, for some reason or another, they found themselves on this planet, and they're just encountering all kinds of mishaps. Yeah, keep on watching, of course. Yeah, better late than never. Exactly, Janet. And so, yeah, I know it kind of probably seems like it's like from Aliens or what have you, but I don't, hey, I like that movie, so if you find similarities between them, that's fine. Doesn't bother me. But yeah, I've for the poster for my exhibition, I've decided to call it Sci-Fantasy, just because there's going to be a bunch of sci-fi stuff and a bunch of fantasies in there, and there are elements that can combine with both of them. So this is the framed picture of this right here. That was the first picture that I did, and I decided to like keep on going with this theme. So the next picture I did, which I still have a little bit of work to do on, is this one. The two of them, this big worm-like thing. Probably because I watched Dune recently. Oh well. That's the second picture, and then the third one is what I'm working on right now. So I'm hoping to like have maybe 5 or 6 pictures in the series, and then of course, I've got just a ton of stuff that I've got framed right now. I have 13 pictures framed, and hoping to get another 10 framed. Um, just like ones that I did like a long time ago. A long time ago, it was like a year ago. Like these, put them up for sale. One of the most difficult things that you have to do as an artist is come up with prices, and I'm trying to figure out a good price for this size, this kind of artwork. And I've heard like a range of prices, but yeah, I'm thinking about the $300 range. What's up, Darth Hester? One picture, $300. I know it might be cheap or maybe it's expensive. I don't know, but it's just like that. A price that just kind of comes to mind. I don't know why. And I usually price things depending on size. So I guess if I was to go by my price calculator thing that I've devised, around $300 would be the going price for it. Yeah, when it comes to my inking, I'm pretty too rich for my blood. Well, I gotta eat somehow. Um, what should we call it? As far as my inking goes, I kind of like I have some idea of like what it's going to be like, but I do make like a lot of like decisions as I'm going. I don't really stick to all of the what should we call it, the sketch that I do. Like if I feel like, oh, I want to put some more dark here, I just do it. I don't really second guess myself. I just do it. I would love to have an exhibition and stuff in the States someday. You know, like have it uh, same time, like maybe one of the meetups or something like that is going on. That'd be cool. This one rogue. So how have you guys all been doing out there? Hopefully everybody's been doing well. I sorry I've been like a ghost as of late. Just been going through some things on my side of the planet, trying to get it all in order, and easier said than done. But I have to be honest, like working with you guys, it always helps put things into perspective, and it's working and talking to you. I think it's therapeutic for both sides, the listeners and the speaker. JJ Sith Lord. Um, I heard of somebody passing, and I'm pretty sure that's who you're talking about, Darth Haster, but I wasn't very familiar. Um, I have to apologize about that. I'm kind of a newcomer to this. It's only been a year and a bit as far as live streaming is going and like following people. But yeah, it's always unfortunate to hear about, a loss. Yeah, I was having a talk with somebody about this the other day. It's like, you know, it's time is relative, and to us, like some kind of being in which a year is like a second to them. For us, our lifetime seems like the blink of an eye, but for us, you know, sometimes a minute could seem like an hour, or an hour could seem like a day. Or in contrast, an hour can seem like a second, and a year can seem like a day. It's just one of those things. And the time that we have here, it's precious, and we gotta, you know, what can you say? But if whenever you leave this world, and there are people out there that are mourning for you, and you know you've done something well. They've done something well, and yeah, that's when my dad passed away. I was delightfully happy to see the turnout because we kind of like you know kind of drifted apart. But whenever I went to his funeral and saw like the amount of people that were there, um, and just like the you know the love and the caring from everybody out there, it was a really nice thing to see. Hey, what's up, Mr. Grant Gregory? Thank you. Thanks, man. I thought you would like this kind. This is kind of down your alley. We're gonna have to work on a story together, huh? So there's a series of pictures now, and in this one, I don't know if you could tell what's going on yet, but yeah, this the couple has encountered another obstacle, and in this one, he's the man has kind of been captured, and he's hanging from these um, anti-gravity floating what's it called manacles. And I feel where I haven't been able to like see like some the Friday Night Tight streams. Like today was the first time in a while that I actually participated and kind of hung out in the chat on the comics division's page. I always feel bad when I'm out for a while. I feel like I'm missing out on things, and I feel like I need to be supporting everybody. And but even if we or if we're absent for a while, you guys are always there welcoming us back, and that's always you know that's what it's all about. The whole fellowship from Mars Attacks. Yeah, yeah. I love that kind of work. Um, I love the old like I don't know. This is a thought that I've had lately, and I don't know. Maybe people out there are going to disagree with me, but I kind of like that old style art that you're speaking of there, Darth Haster, where it's not like maybe we are too focused on being scientifically accurate with things. Oh, thanks, Mr. Grant Gregory. The Force perspective. Yeah, I try to stay away from that sometimes, but this one I felt like it worked with the picture. Um, what should we call it? I kind of like where you look at some of those old pictures, the sci-fi pictures. It's like, oh, those kind of spacesuits that would be like impossible, or it doesn't. Yeah, this piece. I'm thinking about selling all of these pieces. I'm trying to set a price for it, and this is what I was just talking about. Actually, I was thinking about the $300 range for these. Um, yeah, I was thinking about the $300 range for these because I'm going to be selling them in Fukuoka City for that price. And right now I've got yeah, I got a bunch here. Yeah, I hear you there, man. Funquato. Yeah, like, yeah, I'm just kind of getting lost in my own art world right now, and oh well. Yeah, this was the first one that I started with, in that kind of style with these two people, and then this is the second one, and then this will be the third one, and I'm hoping to do like maybe 5 or 6 in this style. And of course, I've got all my fine art ones that. Where's that? I'm having an exhibition with 3 other artists coming this January. It's gonna be crazy busy in January. This is the postcard for it, the invitation. As you can see, my picture's right over here. Looks a lot different than what I usually do online. Well, what I do on YouTube on my live art streams, but I do some like outside work and what have you. Oh no, $300 for each. I'm taking into account the time that it goes in to make one. Yeah. This is done by this artist is an art teacher and an artist who lives in Miyazaki City. And hey, what's up, Eagle Rider? How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. And his daughter is his manager, and she just does everything. She puts together all of these events, exhibitions. She promotes us, and so she asked me to to put my work in this exhibition. So yeah, that's my piece that I'm going to be doing. Well, I've got like, I don't know how many pieces I'm going to be putting into it. Maybe 10, 15, 20, I don't know. But they're all going to be like small size ones. And it's from January 21st to January 25th. And then, holy shit, hold on a second. Huh? It's 25th, right? That's a Tuesday. Okay. And then this exhibition with my sci-fi fantasy stuff, the sci-fantasy one, will be from January 28th to February 6th. So I'm going to be busy as hell. What I'm going to be doing over the break is working on my artwork, of course, and making frames. Yes. Hold on a second. Ah. Yeah, so I've been doing a bunch of small artwork for this exhibition because they want to sell them. And of course, if you're trying to sell these gigantic, huge pieces, they're not going to sell. But so we're doing a lot of small stuff. So these I'll go out and do like these ink acrylic pictures, trees, and this is the acrylic one of the one that they used for the postcard. And then like there's these ones of landscapes, chestnuts, what should we call it? A gloss varnish on this one to protect it from yeah. There's some more just what should we call it? Landscapes, some more trees. Just practicing with my acrylic inks on canvas, and another acrylic one. Quite like this one. I got really fun with it, expressive. So yeah, there's a bunch of work I've been doing. I thought I had more of these. That's weird. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 8, 9, 10, 11? No, I have more than that. What's going on here? Huh. That's weird. Could have sworn I had more. I feel like I've done more. Oh, yes, I did. Where did I put those at? Huh. Actually, I'm going to go find those. There you go. Hey, what's up, rough girl? Thanks for dropping on by. This is more like an abstract one. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not. This is actually what I was doing for like a demo, and I kind of like it actually. I don't like those. Those ones suck. There's another one. This is like an ink in the mountains. All of these are pretty quick. I don't spend a whole lot of time on them. There's another. This is just acrylic ink of a tree up in the mountains, the forest, like the fall leaves. And then this is a quick one in the mountains as well. Just really fun to work on. Yeah, the abstract one. It was like I was just doing it as a demo, just like taping and doing layering of acrylics, and I quite like it. So I'll put it up and see if somebody wants to buy it. Hey, if they do, that'll make me a happy guy. All right, let's get back to work on this. So yeah, this guy's being hung up by some kind of like anti-gravity shackles, manacles. And this woman is in here to save him. To be honest, I don't know what it is that's got him trapped. I kind of leave that for the viewer to imagine, interpret, or what have you. I don't know. I'm trying to get a little bit more looser with my ink style, with my pen here. Yeah, man, awesome. What I'll do, Mr. Grant Gregory, is shoot. What I'll do is I'll still put it up for the exhibition, but what I'll do is I'll put a little red sticker on it and say sold. And what that'll do is it'll show people that, hey, his work is, people like it, and people are willing to, purchase it. And so it'll get other people to want to take out their wallets as well, which will make me a happy artist. I'm really hoping that these kick off and they do what I'm hoping to sell a few of them. I just think that they're really unique, and they're good for like a big city customers, especially where there's like a lot of youth, a lot of young people who are interested in buying the things that are a little bit more, what should we call it? Like your typical gallery kind of artwork, flowers and still lifes and things like that. And I could do this kind of stuff all day long. Okay, man. All right. Cool as okay. So, all right. All right. Yeah, I'll email you the details, dude. And like I was saying before, I'm probably going to be getting me an art counselor, somebody who's going to help me out with promoting myself, giving me some tips, and hooking me up with some contacts and things like that. And yeah, hopefully I'll be starting that soon. Because I need to be able to. Yeah, the whole goal is to make this my main income. Because as Gary says, if you really want to call yourself an artist, then you need to be living from it. You can't just be doing it as like a side job or a hobby. I agree with that too. Again, thanks for everybody for dropping by and giving the thumbs up and everything. I always appreciate that. And I hope you enjoy what you're seeing. And if you have any questions, I keep trying to keep my eye out in the chat as much as possible. But if you have anything that you want to ask or any critique or questions or what have you, just let me know. But yeah, I've really been into like just going out and yeah, thanks, man. Definitely. Yeah, like supporting each other, like uh, you know, everything just from like mails and messages and hopping in the chat, super chats, this, that. It's all support. It all works. Not yet. I've kind of got this idea. I want the floor to almost be glowing. I want these things to be like kind of this. I want there to be a lot of like bright light in this corridor. That's kind of an idea I have right now, and of course that might change as I'm doing it. But yeah, I just kind of like to see this bright light. Maybe the bright light around here, and maybe the corridor is kind of dark, like a bluish grayish thing. I don't know. I haven't quite decided like that yet. Well, that's another thing I do too. Is like whenever I mean, I kind of have an image of what it's going to look like in my head, and for some reason, I saw like these things glowing, these manacles. Um, yeah. So that's what I initially had in my the color scheme I had. To go back to a point that I think it was Punk Waddle that was making it or talking about it earlier about. Oh no, it was Darth Aster. Um, Kind of looked like an old Mars attacks picture. So one thing that I kind of like to do with my artwork, and maybe this is just me being lazy, but I kind of have fun doing it, is I don't want to make something that's like scientifically accurate with like hoses and things that would actually work in real life. I kind of like it to be, you know, how people used to perceive what going out in space was like before people could go out in space. Kind of having that freedom of not being attached to actual scientific reality, science fantasy, sci-fi. Uh, you know, Nowadays, whenever you see any kind of sci-fi thing, like everything's really, really like cool and high tech and everything. I want to kind of go back to this simple idea. Like 2001: Space Odyssey, the suits they had then. You know, something along those lines. Like all this little stuff right here, I don't draw all these lines. I just like to be pretty free with have the ability to do be kind of abstract and ad lib, not constrained to my initial underdrawing. Because like whenever you're drawing, there's like for me, there's like a flow to it. Like you could definitely feel like a flow. Sometimes in the zone, sometimes you're not. Uh, but not being constricted to a drawing, an underdrawing allows me to kind of like work with this flow. Like if I want to add a circle here, I can or not. This is kind of like an abstract painting or something like that. Yeah. So this, what's going on up here is I'm just like this quarter of this. Mm, I don't even know what all this stuff is up here. It's just these crazy little details of all. I don't even know what it is. Just electronics and metal paneling. There you go. I don't know if I'm going to get to the coloring tonight. I'm going to, what I've been trying to do is spend more time on the inking. I just really, really enjoy the inking process. It's funny, like, I could never imagine, and maybe this is just me, like, if I'm doing a comic, I want to do the whole thing, man. I don't want to, like, and maybe this is the wrong thing for me to do, but whenever it comes down to coloring, I don't want to leave coloring to anyone. I don't want to leave inking to anyone. I want to do the whole thing myself. That's just how I've always been, though. All right, man. Have a good one, dude. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll get in touch with you about the details. And thanks as always, man. And good luck out there, dude. You're like rocking it. You're everywhere. You're everywhere. LDG of Geeks and Joy, thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. I've got a rogue hair in this brush here. It's taking me off. So I don't know how long I'm going to be working on this tonight. I'm just going to ink and probably till around 12:30ish or somewhere around there, and then head on to bed. It's going to be a big day tomorrow. There's a lot of stuff that has to be done before the you know, over here, of course, they don't celebrate Christmas like we do back over in the Western world. And so the holiday season doesn't start until right before New Year's. Of course, people they celebrate Christmas here by eating cake and going to Kentucky Fried Chicken. Um, but as far as family is concerned, people get together for New Year's. That's like in most Asian cultures. And as far as Christmas goes, it's something you might spend with like a your friends, or like a boyfriend or girlfriend, or sometimes with your family as well. I know, man. For me, Tom, it's like Christmas is like you can watch movies, but it's like watching them at home. You know what I mean? You watch the classics, Christmas Story, Christmas Carol, um, The Grinch. For me, it was like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Grinch Stole Christmas, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, of course, um, Nightmare Before Christmas, Home Alone. Uh, I always used to watch Wizard of Oz during Christmas time too. What about you guys? What movies do you watch during Christmas time? I would never go. I don't think I've ever gone to the movies on Christmas. No, I can honestly say I've never gone to the movies on Christmas. For us, it was always a family thing. We'd spend it at home. We'd open up toys in the morning, then go to the grandparents or cousins or uncles and aunts' places, visit family. And as you got older, of course, you would spend it with different people, and like maybe in the afternoon, but in the morning time was always with family. It's weird. YouTube is saying that there's only one person here right now, but I'm pretty sure there's more than that. Or am I mistaken? I don't know. YouTube said that they're changing their terms of service again. I see that some people have their likes and dislikes turned off. I don't know. I haven't been following it all. Yeah, that's the thing, Jen. It says that one person is here right now, but I know that there's more than one person out there. I don't know what it is. I'm not really worried. I'm just going to keep on. Yeah, good old YouTube. I'm just going to keep on painting and just talking. I'm not going to worry about the numbers. That's one thing I don't. I'm not worried about. But I'm thinking though. Whenever, yeah, yeah. You know what? I'm going to be one of the few people out there, and everybody's going to crucify me for this. I've only watched Elf once, and I I'm kind of I don't know, but I didn't really. Maybe it's because I wasn't watching it at the in the right mood or at the right time of year. But I was like, if it's a Christmas movie, I'd rather be watching. Yeah, it's gone from YouTube, isn't it? Man, you know what this reminds me of, and I've talked about this more. I've talked about this more than once. Taking dislikes from YouTube, it's like when we were having critiques in art class and getting your artwork critiqued. It's not an easy thing to go through because you work really hard on it and you're like, oh man, this is it. This is I'm feeling it. I think what I'm doing here is great. And then people go in and they yeah, I wasn't a big Elf fan myself, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to give it a second try sometime. I don't know. But people, like some people, they just weren't having it whenever it was coming to getting their work critiqued. They didn't like having anything negative said about what they were doing. And of course, this was in the college setting, right? A lot of your people that thought that, I don't know, that they were perfect. And it's difficult to get your work critiqued, but it's necessary part of the creative process. And yeah, now I see that happening like in real world situations. Like, oh yeah, in the workplace, you know, it's not about what the quality of work is, but who you are and what check marks you receive. And we want to keep people safe from getting hurt, so let's take dislikes away. It's like uh well, the one thing, Janet, is the one thing that I realized that I think all of us have to realize and understand is not everybody's going to like what you do. Not at all. Like, there's going to be a lot of people who look at my stuff and think, oh man, even though I think what I'm doing is like, for me, it's really tight work, it's really detailed. For other people, it's like, oh man, that's too loose. Uh, and hey, you know what? That's fine. That's cool. And maybe there are things that they are right about that I should work on, and I'll take that to consideration. And apply it or not apply it. But you're never going to please everybody with all your work. But yeah, but this whole thing about taking away dislikes because it's going to hurt people's fees, like, come on. Like, if you can't deal with the fact that some people aren't going to like what you're doing, then you don't. To, I I I just don't understand it. It's weak and it's non. Here's a funny thing. It's not progressive in the fact, like in the whole idea of progressing yourself as a creator or an artist, or if you want to be a YouTuber. Oh yeah, Jenna. I don't know how the hell you're doing what you do there. I don't know your technique. I'm not familiar with it. So yeah, time lapse would be really cool to see. But yeah, man, but I would notice in college there were a certain type of people that no, they just wouldn't accept the fact that their work wasn't perfect. I think it's perfect the way it is, and they just didn't want to hear any critique of their work. It's like, oh, come on, that's what we're all here for. That's why we're paying this money, is to get better. And yeah, so now I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it out in real life and seeing it on Twitter and in YouTube, and it's sad because you know what the outcome of that is. And to be honest, to be honest, and I know this is going to go against some other people's opinions as well, but I think that the use of all of the CG and everything in our work is going to lead. I think it's led to like a dark ages within cinema with our work. Uh, it, it's it's become a crutch. I mean, applied um, used to a certain point is fine and all, or if it demands, if there's if there's a demand, a necessary demand for it to be used, then oh yeah, well go for it. But like overuse of it and using it as a crutch is like having an eraser in your hand while you're drawing the whole time. Just erase and draw, erase and draw. It's just a crutch because you know that if you make a mistake, you can just have that eraser right there, and it doesn't force you to work with uh, limits. Like that's what practical effects is all about, working with limitations. Not just with working with those limitations also forces you to uh, cinematically um, work with different kinds of angles and shots, which is great. Like that's how you get a lot of really great shots as well. And I don't know. I'm just like that kind of person. I see all this CG of things, and I'm like, okay, that's great and all, but that was kind of refreshing to see that in Dune as well, because you knew there was a lot of practical effects being used there. There was CG, of course, but it was used when it was necessary to be used, and it was done artistically as well. Like, I just I could go on and on about that movie. I just loved it. So, I haven't seen Ghostbusters Afterlife yet. Afterlife, right? What are your guys' thoughts on it? Worth seeing? Oh, cool, cool. I'll have to check it out then. Sorry if I'm a little quiet today. I'm kind of like I'm in this world right now. I get sucked into my picture and start. I forget to talk and to give you guys a reason to come out here and check out the video. Don't want to be too quiet. Again, I'm going to try to do more of these videos, and I'm going to post. I I'm not used to videoing. Videoing myself doing artwork out on location, and I'll get to the spot. I find the spot where I want to go paint. I'll be like, oh shit, I forgot to bring my camera, tripod, and everything. Because whenever I paint on a location, I usually try to paint somewhere where I'm not talking to a whole lot of people, and I just kind of go into my own element and just escape from reality and have that Zen time. And I forget to like do the whole setup and what have you. But I'm gonna get another chance to go out in that mountain road. I would What I need to do is do like a video of me driving through the mountain road. It's crazy, like just these huge bridges in the mountains. Like I I just don't even know how they constructed these things. They built them. Just surreal that in itself. And trying to capture that in a picture is just the grand scale of it is it's a feat that I have yet to accomplish. I keep on trying. Shit. Darn it. Get off there. Bryce, have you been I've been off social media. Well, I haven't been yeah, like I said earlier, I haven't been following a lot of things lately. I've been trying to get some stuff in control. Um, but have you been doing any interviews lately? Have any people on your channel? I know you're always out there in the chats, super chats as well. Oops. So while I'm doing this, I'm trying to imagine what the next one's going to be like as well. I don't know. Again, I wonder if this could be made into a story somehow or some way. Like they've ventured into the some kind of alien outpost where all kinds of these experiments are being done. Island of Dr. Monroe, but in Monroe. Hey, what's up, Captain Trek? Thanks for stopping by, man. How you doing out there? Sorry, it's been a while since I've been active here, but it was time that I get back into the swing of things. I could thank Toxic for that. Toxic Man Flu. He had me. He's asking me, "Hey, what are you gonna do?" I dropped by Comics Division stream today. He was like, "When are you gonna do another stream, man?" So I was like, "It's time to do another one." And I had this one in the works, so I figured, hey, no better time than now. And again, guys, thank you all for hanging out in the chat and for the thumbs up, the likes. And if you dislike it, feel free to shout it out because YouTube won't let you say it anymore. Well, they won't let you articulate that dislike through a thumbs down, which is strange. Man, what was it? Uh, hey, what's up, Mads Mama Bear? Thanks for dropping by. What was I saying? I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Whiplash. I personally love it. And he's like, there's no two worse words in the human language than good job, because all it doesn't get you anywhere. And it's funny that I heard that in the movie because that's basically what my uh, typography and graphic design professor said as well. It's like just saying I like it or good job, it doesn't help at all. Now, what does help is if you do like something to tell them why you like it. Not just that you like it or that it's good, but to tell them why using artistic terms, which mind you, I'm not really good at. I have a friend, he's an art professor and he could, when it comes to critiquing things, he has all the terms down pat. And that's why he could do it, is because he studied to become a teacher and he does that for a job. But being here for such a long time, I've lost my my ability to use those terms when I'm critiquing work or what have you, which I need to get back into doing. But yeah, just saying good job doesn't get you anywhere. Oh, really? I don't even know. I haven't used this for over 3 or 4 weeks, so I'll have to go into looking that up because yeah, it doesn't make any sense not having that option. Man. Hey, what's up, Low Spec Linux? How's it going? Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it, everybody. Thank you for the turnout. And I'll make an effort myself to come out and check your guys' streams out as well. I've got two exhibitions coming up. Um, this one where I'm doing all my science, sci-fi, fantasy stuff. And then I've got another one where I'm doing fine art. I was showing some pieces off earlier. Just yeah, it's an exhibition of a lot of small pieces, um, landscapes, and uh, what should they call it? Still lives. Oh man, it was a long day. Yeah, so they've got these kind of works that I'm working on, and this is all done out on location. Or I don't like working from pictures. There's some chestnuts. Yeah, just these kind of pictures that I'm doing for another exhibition, and that's coming up in January. And then there's another exhibition, which is this one, this work that I'm doing right now, and that's also at the end of January to the beginning of February. Here's more that I did out on location, which they've got sprayed varnish on them, so there's a little bit of gloss to them. Now this is under a massive bridge, and it's the koyo season, which is the changing of leaves, the autumn leaf season. So it was just beautiful out there. And then here's another one, some rice field, this random rice field out in the middle of the countryside, Japan. A lot of this is done just with palette knife or painter's knives. Um, just really quick work. I like doing it like that. And then I'll go back and touch it up whenever I get back home, just for memory. I enjoy that process. It allows for me to, and I was having a difficult way to articulate why I like to do it like that. And then I saw another artist. She's from Canada, I think, and she was talking about it's like abstract landscapes. I mean, it's not exactly how you see it, but a portion of it is done from on location, and then the rest of it is done from memory. And it's kind of like a representation not of what it was actually like, but how you interpreted it through your own experience. And I like that. The colors that I use, the things that I emphasize are literally what I got from my experience of seeing it in person. So, yeah, I like that way of, painting it when it comes to doing landscapes. Just doing a portion of it on location and then doing the rest from memory or from, inspiration. The choice of color palette, um, you know, elements of the picture are all done from how the not just the landscape itself, but the experience impacted me. So that's the thought process I go through when I'm doing like a landscape. I really enjoy doing. It's funny because the ones that I like are ones that people are the ones that people like the most are usually not the ones that I like the most. But I really enjoyed working on this one. It was like an hour, no, maybe about 45 minutes to an hour. But I just really like just the movement in it. And, the further back to go, the more clear it gets. But just a lot of the energy inside of it. Even though there's not a lot of this kind of movement and energy going on within the landscape itself, or even the environment. It's actually quite still and serene. But something I enjoy doing is bringing out some kind of hidden life. I guess you would call it um, the kinetic energy that exists within still lives or within landscapes. I like to portray the potential energy that's in it. Hey, I guess that's one way to say it. I don't know, maybe I'm just talking complete BS, but oh well. I always just enjoy going out on location, setting up the easel, and just getting lost. And if you guys, even if it's not to go out and do artwork, just to go out and experience it, just getting lost every once in a while, not knowing where you're going, and letting chance, take over your little journey that you have. Like I'll just go driving in the mountains and I'll see like an off road. I'm like, I have no idea where this goes. I don't know where it's going to take me, but let's give it a chance. Let's give it a chance. That's what this comic uh, drawing adventure has been for me as well. I had no idea what I was getting into or how it was going to go, what it was going to lead to, and I'm hoping that it'll be a path that leads me to somewhere I'm quite happy with. So I hope everybody out there is doing well. Again, I was sorry to hear of the loss of the loss in the you know I know Gary doesn't like the word community, but it's just so easy to say in our community. Our community. I'm kind of the ones that also I don't like losing words or losing things to the others. Feel we got to like hold on to them and keep them and not let them go so easily. So yeah, if you don't feel comfortable with the word, that's okay. But yeah, our community, our fellowship, our group. It's unfortunate when somebody leaves us, but again, we have those memories of them with us, and we got to hold on dear to them. By the way, if you guys ever get a chance, check out the site Event Horizon. If you're interested in listening to somebody talk about astronomy, um, extraterrestrial life, um, advancements and research done into space exploration. Really, really great site, Event Horizon. I like. I've just been going through the backlogs. They have a new video up every Thursday, but just really great interviewer. Well done videos, good quality, good conversation. All kinds of guests have been on there. I always enjoy it when Paul Davies is on. Davies. I don't know what its correct pronunciation is, but lots of discussion on Planet Nine, the Fermi paradox, um, innovations within new satellites and telescopes, possibility of life on other planets. Just really, really cool stuff. Hey, what's up, Christian Fandom Geek? How's it going? Thanks for dropping on by. I need to give a little bit more explanation. We got some more people coming in. Just working on these pieces right now. It's from a series. Welcome. Well, welcome. Hello, Sherry again. Sherry. Um, just here right now. Yeah, it's just the series of these two space explorers that have happened upon an unfortunate situation. And they are going to get out of a certain. They find themselves in another precarious situation. What's that picture? Oh yeah. So this is another one from this series, and it's going to be about or what it's going to happen in the end. I'm just kind of ad libbing it, but this is number 3 in the series. First one was this one, which I'll be using for the poster for my upcoming in Fukuoka. This is where they kind of open up Pandora's box. And after that, it just all kind of goes downhill. Who knows? But maybe in the end, they'll escape the clutches of Forbidden Planet. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I've got there's a lot of stuff out there that influences me. I just kind of and some of it probably is directly influenced by things such as that, to the point where a lot of it, some of it's from like Japanese manga I've seen as well. Um, there's just like a ton of influences out there. I need to go back into this one, and yeah, but it's always cool to kind of like make your own world. I just love world building, even if it's through one picture. Um, from one picture, I could kind of like create like a whole world, like Grant Gregory does. I showed him one picture, and he kind of just like went off and started making his own story from it. And it's like, wow, that's what I want to do eventually. It's like just come up with these images, and these images in turn inspire someone to write a story about them. Well, of course, I'd love to be able to come up with a story myself, but I know there's so many more talented people out there who are great at storytelling and writing than I am, than I'll ever be. But who knows? Dun, dun. I could provide the images, and then they could provide the story that goes with them. Sarte. I don't know what that means, but I'll roll with it. Who's sorry? I don't get the reference there, but I'll have to look it up. I should have been going back to this pen earlier. maybe it's because I haven't been doing these for a long time, but I feel a little bit like it's it's a little bit difficult to get to the flow tonight. I think it's just because I haven't been doing this consistently. Whenever you take a long break from doing these things, man, it's difficult to just like hop right back into it again. You kind of gotta try to get into that zone where you're not thinking about it. It just happens naturally. The more I talk to you guys, the easier it is for that to happen as well. I think I need to finish what's going on in here. I want to, for this picture too, I was actually thinking about working with gouache and ink. Even though gouache is water soluble and will move afterwards, I've been looking at some French comic book artists, especially within the cyberpunk sci-fi genre. And I think I could get some of those colors if I work with my gouaches more, which is something I've had, on the to-do list is to get into my gouaches and work with those more. And kind of being a little bit more free with them and not as tight. All right, there we go. That's looking better. Again, hope all of you are doing well out there. Yeah, I'm going to just keep on trying to do more and more of these as possible. Um, I am going to be busy getting ready for this 2 exhibitions coming up, but I should be able to find some time to do a couple of live streams here and there. Maybe do some videos from on location. And yeah, and I want to do some videos from the exhibition as well. Show you guys some pictures from what's going on over there. And on the night of the exhibition, we're going to have a big, huge DJ party out there as well. So I'm going to see if we can do a live feed from that. Just talk to the bar owner and my friend who's going to be DJing for us. And actually, there's 5 DJs total, 4 or 5. It's gonna be an all night thing. It starts at 6:30 and goes on till 5 the next morning. So yeah, I'm gonna be hurting, but it's the price you gotta pay. I'm just glad you could drink again in Fukuoka. They had those stupid alcohol bans to stop Corona from spreading. I'm just hoping that they don't start locking things down or bringing those restrictions back when it's time for my exhibition. That'd piss me off. Alrighty, there we go. This figure is getting done well. Let me look at the Sarté. Ooh, Jean-Paul Sarté. I don't know how to pronounce that name. He is arguably the best known philosopher of the 20th century. His indefatigable I don't even know how to pronounce that word. Pursuit of philosophical reflection, literary creativity, and in the second half of his life, active political commitment gained him worldwide renown. If not admiration, he is commonly considered the father of existentialist philosophy. His writings set the tone for intellectual life in the decade immediately following the Second World War. I'll have to look further into this, Mr. Christian Fandom Geek. I think I'll be able to work here for about another 20 minutes, but I've got a huge day tomorrow, so I gotta get some rest in. It's 12 o'clock Japan time. I don't know what time it is for everybody over there, but the problem is I can feel myself starting to warm up now, and if I'm getting warming up, it's difficult to stop. Okay. 10 in the morning in New York. Thank you, Sherry. How's the weather there? Snowy, cold? We had it was crazy. Just out of nowhere today, we had like this monsoon kind of rain downpour, torrential downpour. Just kind of hit us out of nowhere. We don't really get a lot of snow here. It gets cold enough to snow, but just maybe like once or twice a year maximum. And nothing really sticks either. So only miniature snowman. Ooh, nice. Yes. Oh, yeah, it is. Hey, December. It's here, guys. Um, how many of you out there got a Christmas tree up? Yeah, it's a lot of houses in Japan, modern ones. Some of them have it, but a lot of them are built without insulation. Like your old style houses have like zero installation, so you'll be sitting in your house like breathing and see you know see your breath when you're in your house just sitting around. Some of the new houses have like insulation in them, but man, it can get cold. You'll go outside and it's like, oh my gosh, it's warmer outside than it is inside. How's that happen? Woo. Oh, you're putting it up tomorrow? I'll be putting mine up on Thursday. This is cool. Yeah, this perspective. I don't like to work with perspectives like this too much. This just really extreme, but I felt for this situation it was necessary. So this is just yeah. I know what's going on with all this paneling. And then I'm thinking about keeping this floor pretty bright. I want to have like some kind of I don't know, like maybe there's I don't know. I was even thinking about making it translucent or transparent and having like maybe a city thing going down below, but that might be too busy. So it could just be like a light, kind of like what's going on with this picture. Let me find it here. Kind of like what's going on with this picture below the woman. Oh, they did? Yeah. Yeah. Man, when it comes to um Christmas in Japan, it's funny. Um People usually put up their Christmas stuff around like December 1st or what have you. And then as soon as Christmas is done, yeah, see, that's what I was thinking, Tom. Exactly. And that could be cool too, seeing into space. That would be cool. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah. And I'll just have these things around him glowing. Cool. Let's try that. Um, yeah, but as soon as like it's like December 26th, that shit all comes down like immediately. There's no leaving up lights until like February or March or anything like that. Man, as soon as December 26th hits, all that shit gets put away. It's like it's funny. Same with Halloween, man. Halloween, October 31st, Halloween stuff's all up. November 1st, down. Everything all in boxes, put away. I like the idea, Tom, about that glass floor. That was another idea. Oh, that's good of them. Now, are they Japanese or are they foreigners? Because if they're Japanese, they're going against the the norm. Actually, our town is all lit up now. They've got all the Christmas lights up. It's really pretty. Might have to go for a walk. I need to just do some videos of. It's on the to-do list, like just doing some videos of what my area looks like. Like Brightest Day talked about doing that. He gave me that suggestion. Just like, taking the camera around, doing some video and posting that up on YouTube. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Good on them. Good on them. I've noticed within my time living here, I've seen, of course, from the beginning, Christmas had a following in Japan, but it's gotten bigger as it's become more popular as I've been here. But when I came here first, man, nobody, like a lot of people didn't even know what Halloween was. Like had no idea what Halloween was, and now it's like all over the place. Everybody's like most of the kids have Halloween parties, they dress up, they get candy. The whole trick or treating thing hasn't really kicked off yet, but I give that a few years, and then maybe that'll take hold. There's a small forest. They plant the tree after. Oh wow, wow. Well, there you go. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know anybody around here who uses a real tree. That's nice. Are we having an earthquake? No. We've been having a few earthquakes here lately. There's been some activity. One of the volcanoes in Kumamoto, it had a nice big old explosion the other day, and it was right as I drove by that area, and I didn't see it because it happened right after I passed it. But if I would have looked behind me in the rearview mirror, I would have seen a big, huge, uh, yeah, a big, huge plume of smoke going up into the air. This was fun. Yeah, I'm having fun with this picture now. I mean, I was having fun with it before, of course, but sometimes I get a little, the work doesn't go smoothly. A little too, I don't know, like muscles are tight or what have you. And then once I start getting a little bit more freer, you could definitely see a better rhythm within the picture. But my eyes are start. No, I'm far south. I'm in Miyazaki, which is in the Kyushu, which is in the southern island. Um, we're kind of like the tropical resort part of Kyushu, where we got palm trees and surfers and yeah, that kind of deal down here. Palm trees and surf spots. We actually had some surfing competitions down here as well. All the top surfers came out. Um, some really, really, really beautiful surf spots here. Nice beaches, good food, good people, just all around good area to be. If you guys are ever out here in Japan, you got a place to stay. Invitation is open. All right. I think I might have to call it quit soon, guys. My eyes are, I'm starting to lose my focus. My eyes are starting to go in and out of focus just because it was a long day. I had like a bunch of classes today. I had a nursery school this morning where I had to, I did those owl drawings. I don't know if you saw those on Instagram or Twitter, but I did those owl drawings. And then after that, came back and I had some time to do prep for my classes. And then I had 4 classes after that. And then after I finished my classes, I got prepared for this. So it's just been like nonstop today. And tomorrow's going to be another big one too. It's just going to be, yeah. I'm going to work on this arm a little bit and then call it a night. I might finish the gun too, or whatever this device is. Yeah, I think I got a few more minutes in me. I'll give it another 10 minutes and then call it a night. How about that, guys? And again, I appreciate you guys dropping by. Like, all of us have schedules. We have a limited amount of time during the day to do things, and you guys dedicating and some of that time to come out here and show support for me and hang out in the chat. I really, really appreciate that. I really do. All I could do is say thank you and just keep on pumping out work, and hopefully you enjoy what you see and it inspires you, or something that you see in the chat inspires you, uh, entertains you, gives you that lift for the day. I have no idea what this gun's gonna end up looking like, but oh well. Maybe it's a flamethrower. I like the idea about Tom about having that space down below. I think I'm going to go in and work with some ink and gouache with this. Yeah. Something I've been wanting to challenge myself at is to work with them more. One problem is I don't like using paints that will, I don't know, if you get them wet, they'll move later. But hey, I got to give it a try. Space Battle. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of want to have this feeling of complete isolation, like the idea of hope is almost gone. But yeah, maybe there is some kind of like something of that sort going down the bottom. I kind of want them to be on their own, like they are lost in space, or they are on some kind of situation where there is maybe the hope of survival is next to none. But yeah, empty space is scary. Exactly. All right. All right. I'm gonna probably call it quits with the inking tonight and go into coloring possibly tomorrow night. Possibly tomorrow night. Definitely not tomorrow morning. I say that, I keep on drawing here. All right. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. So, let's go ahead and screw this lid tight. All right, so here's what I got so far. So one of the space travelers has been caught and is hung up by these anti-gravity manacles. Oyasumi low spec and his female companion has found him and now has to get him out of his debacle. There we go. There we go. And this paneling stuff that's going on here. All right. Well, guys, thanks again for joining tonight. I appreciate everybody coming out in the chat, all the likes, all the comments, all the chat, all the activity going on out there, camaraderie, support. You guys are the bomb. Go out and have a good day. Enjoy. And happy beginning of December. I'll try to, I can't make any promises, but I'll try to get to working on the coloring this tomorrow night. Yeah, man, Tom, and I'll get in contact with you. We'll have to speak soon. Sorry for being such a stranger. But yeah, again, thanks again, everybody, and have a good night. Take care.